Right, Scorpio, here we go. We are looking into January, February 2024. I hope you have been well. And January, to be aware of, is a universal month number 9, and February is a universal month number 1. So we have some interesting energies of endings and beginnings starting off the new year in a universal year 8 in numerology. We also have a lot of interesting energy coming in, that Pluto going into Aquarius end of January, then moving into Aquarius season in February. A lot of planets moving into Aquarius as well. So there's going to be a big shift possibly with humanity, with innovation. It'll be an interesting time. So let's go into your main energy for January for Scorpio. King of Water, your challenge, patience for February, Scorpio. Queen of Earth, and is a challenge for the full picture. And your gift from the 2 months, strength. Okay. 8 of Water, bottom of the deck. Now let me just organize these here in a better fashion. Okay, so I think that's all fitting in there. Okay, 8 of Water is at the bottom of the deck, symbolizing the progress or process of moving on from something that just isn't fulfilling anymore. So it is a big move, I feel, with the 8 of Water, but it's moving you towards something greater. It's allowing for you to move towards something of greater value, and maybe even taking a higher journey, moving towards something of greater meaning. That's what really truly the essence of that card is, it represents. The King of Water is your main energy for January, which is Pisces energy here. Very strong energy of emotional intelligence, looking at things with a lot of wisdom. Even if you're facing challenges, you'll be sort of, I feel, leading it emotionally in a way of strength and perseverance. You do have strength as your gift for these 2 months. So I do feel that the strength could be within your emotions and your ability to guide and lead others through your emotional resiliency and patience and diplomacy. So it's a very calm energy. But although it's interesting, patience is a challenge for the month of January. The King of Water is a very patient archetype. I do feel that there is a level of patience, but I feel that in one sense, you may be having a sense of urgency towards one particular matter, perhaps. And you may feel a little bit out of balance, but I feel, though, you're going to be managing it very well. I feel that you're going to be in your emotions. As I mentioned, strength is your gift, that heightened sense of strength. You do have that 8 energy, which is that universal year 8 in 2024. And it is a very strong energy here for manifestation, for creation that you're going to be embodying. And it is a very strong energy of leadership, if that is resonating with you. The Queen of Earth is your February energy, Taurus here, which is being really responsible with your finances, with investments, with your body, being very wise, making very wise decisions. It is a fixed energy here, so it is more of a slower pace, and you do have the World as your challenge. So you have a lot of major arcana coming out here in these 2 months, and I feel that there is something that you're wanting closure on, and you're really wanting to move past the past. You're really wanting to move on from the past, and it may be some lingering connections to the past. Maybe it's a slow process that you're in, or it feels slow for some. So it may be difficult to maybe move to... Sorry, I apologize. The air just came on in the background just as I'm doing this. I apologize for that if it's loud. And so the World here is coming in as the challenge, which, again, it may be difficult to maybe move or travel or close something from the past. The King of Water, your main energy for Scorpio, the 4 of Swords. This is January. The Queen of Water, Justice, and what else for Scorpio? Temperance. Okay, interesting. You have a lot of big energy coming out here. The 7 of Swords with the King of Fire. So you have the King and the Queen of Fire, but the King of Fire is behind the 7 of Swords. So some of you may have a relationship that could have gone south. A very difficult relationship of some kind. It could have been a business partner. It could have been a love relationship. It could have come in with a lot of explosion as well with that King and Queen of Fire here. The 7 of Swords, maybe someone with a big ego, a big presence has caused problems for you in the past, and maybe you're cleaning up the mess. You have the Four of Swords here with rest. Okay, so the Queen of Fire is all about you rising higher. It's the Queen of Fire rising higher, Leo energy, rising above the ashes. Really, this is the rising above the ashes. The Phoenix archetype is also your archetype. It is the death and rebirth. And I do feel that you are going to be rising into a new version of yourself, feeling more optimistic, more maybe whole, and more expressive, and a very abundant energy, ready to start maybe something new or to create very optimistic results, like a lot of, again, joy and fulfillment. And the Four of Swords is rest. So you could be starting this year off maybe sleeping a lot, or maybe just detaching and gaining rest, or gaining new perspectives about things. But I feel that what you're gaining perspective on is setting you free, or is allowing you for greater liberation or greater freedom. The Justice here coming in, you have Temperance as well coming in. So I feel you are finding balance and flow. I do feel Justice is coming in to set matters right. You could be making very conscious and deliberate choices, very cautious about your next move. Also, you could be coming into a contract or a win here where something's going to balance out and is going to give you Temperance, which is this card of alchemy, changing and shifting your reality, and maybe even creating something that's unique. But for some, also finding your balance. There's a lot of balance here between these two, right? So finding the balance within your life, and maybe even within the emotions, or within intellectual knowledge or contracts, like I said. So there's a really nice something coming around here for you, like something is run its course and it's coming around in your favor. So let's go under patience for the challenge for Scorpio for the month of January. Page of Fire. Ooh, a moment here. Okay, that Ace of Fire just jumped right out. And then your guidance. Eight of Cups again. And Two of Cups. Okay, and the Star. King of Swords. Okay. You have the Eight of Cups again. I'll get to that in a moment. I'm jumping ahead a little bit. So Eight of Cups, Two of Cups is your guidance. The Page of Fire and the Ace of Fire as your challenge. So you may have lost your fire in January. You may be feeling, like I said, low energy. There may be a lack of passion. There may be a lack of maybe even within a relationship, intimacy, or that spark. But I do feel that actually for some of you, you may be not believing in yourself, or not believing in the potential of your future. You might be holding yourself back a little bit. You may be feeling a bit imbalanced or unbalanced. And this is maybe even preventing you from moving forward. It may be preventing you from, again, believing in yourself and maybe even creating something, initiating that spark. The Eight of Cups here is your guidance. It is time to move away from the past in whatever way, letting go of the past, moving on, cutting ties to the past. And this could be even within self. It could be also maybe for some of you to heal a relationship, maybe to bring a relationship closer. I mean, it could be one of two things. It could be leaving a relationship, letting go of a relationship dynamic, or it could be even healing a relationship and bringing it together. You do have the Star card, but I do feel that it's something around healing is going to be important this month, healing from maybe a relationship, but it's going to empower you into the King of Swords. I feel Gemini energy, being very knowledgeable and smart with your actions and taking the lead, really stepping into maybe a leadership role in some kind of way. And being really clear about your direction, and very maybe even aggressive in a way, but not dominating aggressive, but just like the right kind of aggressiveness to get you on track with your North Star, with what you are desiring. The Queen of Earth for Scorpio. Devil for this is February. Hermit. Judgment and Eight of Fire with Lovers. Wow. Okay. Well, February takes a huge jump into a certain direction here. Some of you here may have a very, very, very big choice to make. Now, you're going to have a choice of going back into maybe past patterns. Now, this could be fear. It could be limitations. It could be a relationship. or you choose to align yourself with your calling, your values, your beliefs, or maybe a new relationship here. Maybe it's choosing one, or there's a big choice that you have to make here. But I do feel that you're being very wise about your decisions with the Queen of Earth. The Hermit, you might be going inward for introspection to understand this devil energy. Now this, again, like I said, it could be a relationship, it could be something unhealthy, toxic, that has really been limiting you in some kind of way. Okay, so, but you have Lovers here as well, and I do feel that these cards and Judgment are all pointing you towards something of a better alignment within yourself, and maybe with a relationship as well. Like maybe it's a new relationship, maybe it's old relationship, new relationship, or maybe it is old self, new self, or something. It's going to be open for you to interpret, but I do feel there's a calling here for you to rise up out and above this, what's been holding you back in the past. And this could even be fear. It could be the limitations and restrictions within that have been preventing you from moving towards what you are desiring the most. You're going to go inward for some introspection, the Hermit, Virgo energy, and then coming out with this new clarity and rising above, cutting the ties to the past, the devil energy, whatever that is. And then it launches you into this. It launches you into potentially travel, or maybe even communication if there's a new relationship coming in here. But it's aligning you, it's moving you from devil. There's a realignment, an alignment or realignment towards this. Let's just take a peek under Lovers. What is there? The Tower. Oof, wow. Okay. February is going to be interesting, and there could be an overlap. I mean, this could be going into February, March here, but there's a lot of big energy coming in here in February. There's a lot of change, but this is going to align you with something greater. It's aligning you more with something you'll feel comfortable with what you are more in alignment with within your values. Again, it could be even a relationship. Under the World, your challenge for Scorpio for February, the Five of Cups, Page of Air, your guidance, Seven of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles with the Hangman. Okay, so for your challenge, it's going to be difficult to let go of the past for some of you, maybe even holding on to anger, animosity, regret, disappointment. There could be something energetically or emotionally tying you to the past that may prevent you from moving on, or even within yourself, preventing you from rising into your full, your whole self, feeling aligned and feeling complete. And that's really the world. It's not necessarily external messages. It's a lot to do with our internal. The major arcana has to do a lot with our internal phases in our life, our internal cycles. And so when we get to the World, it's when we're at a place where we are feeling whole and aligned within ourselves, where we reach that state of being, after we've completed a whole cycle. We are someone new, we are someone different and more whole and more aligned and authentic. You can even say authenticity. So, but there's something here that is holding you back into the past, though, emotionally. That's not allowing you to align with your full potential or with this next chapter in your life. So just watch out for the emotions. The water signs, especially Cancer and Scorpio, definitely can hold on to the past, and a lot of nostalgia and emotionally kind of leaning into the past rather than moving into whole self in the future. The Page of Swords also is maybe a lack of knowing of new direction. You do have a lot of major arcana. The February is going to be a very transformative month, a lot of change, and so there may be a lack of knowing what's going to happen, or planning, or having certainty, maybe even communication as well, perhaps for some. Now your guidance, the Seven of Swords and the two sevens, well, definitely trust this month, what's happening for you. Also, maybe even to trust that sorry, I need to say that again. Trust the path that you are on moving forward is not going to be the same as the past. Every situation is different, especially the way that we look at it and that we choose to engage with it. So I feel that maybe it's saying to clean up the past, to let it go, or to trust, to try to regain and find trust from some situation where maybe you lost trust. And also just give this the time, find time in the patience, or find time in the present moment. To cultivate, to grow your worth, to invest into your future. And the Hangman also is your guidance here, is to look at the bigger picture, to make sure that, there's the understanding of that greater timeline of what you're on, rather than maybe being in the minutia of what isn't working. And we can find ourselves in that, kind of looking at the negative or looking at what isn't working rather than what truly is on a greater timeline. Okay, so we're going into your gift. So it's already off to a good start there. You have strength in the King of Pentacles. Okay, and the King of Swords with the Three of Swords. So this is allowing for you to move on from something difficult. It's allowing for you to, you're going to have strength from a situation of healing and difficulty. So you are going to have a new sense of strength, power, personal power, and the King of Coins. So rebuilding and being really confident with your ability to create success, to power up, to level up, to create abundance and wealth, and even maybe a career path based on success. So very strong energy here. What you've gone through, if you've gone through the hits, it's made you stronger, that's for sure, and wiser too. You have the Five of Fire and the Moon, Pisces energy here as a gift. I do feel that you're going to see something new based on engaging with other people. You may see a new perception from another person or from people that you didn't see before. Something was hidden from you, or illusions, and there's going to be a shift in perception of understanding other people or dynamics, or maybe another person in a new light. So you may have this, maybe even a fear that you had dealing with other people exposed within yourself, of understanding, oh, it was only a fear, or it was only a subconscious belief, or something was hidden from me. Now I see, and now I'm able to work with people differently. And then you get the King of Swords as a result. So you're able to also work with people with greater, it's like greater sight, I feel. It's greater knowing, and being a leader in that domain, right? So it could also be very good for contracts, details, starting a business, being very, again, thorough with words and contracts and information. So you have a lot of leadership energy, plus the strength as your gift here. It's pretty strong there, Scorpio. All right, I'm wishing you all the best during this time and beyond, and I will be seeing you again very soon. Take care.